Hello, it's Jeannie from In Any Case Journals. I have these journals to show you. They were made as part of an exhibition, and then I was going to give them as gifts to my family. So the three in front here are for my two wonderful brothers and my wonderful sister. They each have 7 signatures, and there are various papers that I'll show you in a few moments. And they've got a spine that is just a simple pamphlet stitch, and the backs are sewn with this cotton cake that I get from Witchcraft You Do, sari silk, Thread Studio, and the muslin, and underneath they've got tea bags. I love the softness of the tea bag, it's almost like a suede. Beautiful. Cut out a little bit of coffee dyed doily, I think, I'm not sure, it was off something, probably a tablecloth, and underneath it's got muslin, and then just messed about making a border. And that one's for my brother. This is also for my brother, and this has coffee dyed lace. Spine, I put in a bit of lace on the spine, and because it was a sort of sagey green, I've used a red thread. I usually use wax thread, and that's what that is. And the sari silk, the sewing, I'll just show you the inside. Lace, and you can see the tea bags more there. There. This is the one that I'm going to give to my sister. Lost my little thing. This one has a little pocket in the front. Not sure what happened there, but I decided to put that in. It's actually the same little bit of embroidery on this one, but the dyeing came out a little bit differently. And behind I have the cotton cake, muslin, tea bags. The spine has a piece of lace underneath, and the back is a bit rough, but the back is muslin over tea bags. And I've got coffee dyed fabric in there to give it a bit of strength. And then this one also has a little pocket. It's got that there, and you can see the tea bags, and that's part of what we did in the exhibition. I'll explain that in a minute or two. And at the back of this one it also has a little place to pop something. That's that one. So that's for the family. These, let's see, which one will I show you? I'll show you this one. So if I didn't already say, each one is made with a card inside the cover and covered with tea bags. Over the tea bags I've laid muslin. I've let it go wherever it wanted to go, cut it, torn it, because I had lots of scraps, and then I've sewn over the top with different threads. The threads I've got are actually from Dale. I love getting stuff from Dale. I do have other threads, but a lot of them I get from Dale. And back, I've got threads everywhere. There's the tea bag. I love the tea bags. They give this soft feel. And then this is coffee dyed fabric. Okay, let's have a look inside. As I said, I think there's 7, I might not have said, there are 7 signatures. Each signature is a mixture of papers, various sizes, but they've all kept to this sort of, what is it, A4, A5, A6 size, and then some smaller. The exhibition was about flowers, deconstructing flowers, so I took flowers apart, I dried them, and I stuck some in the books. I also eco-dyed some plants. And then I sewed around all the papers. That was the labour, I tell you, labour of love. So there's various papers. Some are eco-dyed, some are coffee-dyed, some are not dyed, and all are sewn. So I'm just going to do a flip through of this one, and then I'll show you the others so you can see the different patterns. Different colours of brown. I think these ones I actually did a fruit dye to start with, fruit tea, and then I put them in the eco dyeing, and this is what they ended up with. So this was a plant that I took apart, That's a copy dyed one. Let's have a look. I think they're just amazing marks. This is a tiny flower from somewhere. I think that's polygala, and then I've gone round with a little bit of sari silk. And this was an eco dyed one. Not sure what it was, but it came out that colour because I used onion skins in that one, as well as the aluminium sulfate and other stuff they use. Eco dyeing. I love it, but it does my head in. I like abstract more than, I suppose, realism. I used to paint a lot and paint quite realistically, but I've always loved abstraction. So little parts of things or impressions that show something was there, I like very much. This is weird. That's some sort of alien. Okay. There's a little petal behind there. Another one that was coffee dyed. And that's about it for that one. It's got a little, like the other one, it's got a little sleeve. That's the back. I'll just show you the spines. I rather liked the way this one turned out. Like the way they all turn out. Trying to remember what that was. I don't remember. But it was lovely. Anyway, I think these I tied a little bit too tight, and I've actually gone through, but that's part of it, isn't it? This, I believe, is a plant, but I can't remember which one. This is little plants hiding behind the muslin. That's tiny, tiny petals. That was the allergine or allergine. Still bits of it left. It's actually a really beautiful violety colour, and it's come out this yellow. Amazing. These little snippety things were from a callistemon, and I took it apart, and these are the shapes that they're made. Gorgeous. And it's all slightly embossed. Just sometimes you get these details, and I just think that's lovely. I hope that focused. That's just about it for that one. Just see if I've got a few little, oh, this is one of my favourites. This is called an Eremophila, this little plant, and it's just looked like a little bird. I just love that. And I've covered it with lace, so it's like a little flower. And then the bird. I'll see if I can find some of the flowers rather than always the papers. That's quite nice. That's a grevillea. These are Australian plants. Those of you in Australia would know these, quite common, but there are hundreds of them. That's the grevillea petals, whatever they're called. Here's one. This was the, I think from the callistemon. Strange little thing. It's got a real grumpy face, I don't know if you can see it. I can't think what these leaves were, and I should know. And that was the onion in the dye pot. I used an aluminium pot and put in aluminium sulfate and the, what's the other stuff? The acetate, sodium acetate, tea bags, Did I put tea bags in? I can't remember. Onion skins. Might not have put tea bags in. That's what these are, eucalyptus leaves on this side. I'm not good at keeping records. I'll write lots of notes. I have a journal. I write lots of stuff in my journal and draw bits and fiddle around and all sorts. But when it comes to eco dyeing, I just do it and hope for the best. Yeah. Here's one. See, that's that sort of abstract but beautiful colours. I'd have it on my wall. I think that is it, and that's eco dyed something, big leaf. I think that's eucalyptus. It's quite nice. And the very last one, I hope you're still with me. You might not be. This one I wanted to show you because of what was on the inside cover. This is a type of fabricy, papery thing called Avalon that I got from Dale at the Thread Studio, and I eco-dyed it, and I found this really interesting. I actually preferred it that way, but I put it in upside down. And this creature, I don't know what this creature's doing, but it's the happiest creature I've ever seen. Let's see if I've got any flowers. That's the creature walking the other way. There's some flowers, and I've gone around with the sari fabric. These are real cuties. I do like these. That's, I don't know. That's an aromophila as well. And they look like little monkeys playing. So I put this bit of lace along the side. And we've got more of those. And here's another one that's the, oh, I'm getting quiet again. Callistemon bottle brush. If you don't know what callistemon is, bottle brush. There's a nice leaf. I think that was a different hibiscus leaf, but I'm not sure. I don't keep records. And that's that. And that's the back. And I do like the back. See, I did the front the other way. I wanted to do them the same. Oh well. And that's the back. And that's the tea. And I hope you enjoyed that. So here's my books. I'm just going to put them on top of each other so you can see them. I hope you have a great new year. 2025 is almost upon us. So thank you so much for being part of whatever it is that we do. Cheers. Bye.